So will the next few slide will go through from 2020 in 2024 ending, like what is the performance, what is the personal finance. We'll little bit cover on personal finance secret and what are the investment options are there and how this financial planning is going to help us. So coming uh, to look at the returns we generated in from 2020 and 2024. If you see the table and the year is return percentage, in 2020 we achieved a return of 27.50%. And in 2021 saw a jump which is 41.25, our highest in this period. In 2022 the return was close to 27.6%. It improved to 32% in 2023, and in 2024 we closed with a solid 30% return. So these numbers does not reflect just a by our luck we achieved. It is with a consistent performance with controlled drawdowns. This is the key part of our investment strategies. So this performance builds our confidence in scaling further while continuing to manage risk effectively. Coming to this personal finance secrets, uh, let's this slide represents the core structure of personal finance training program. Like we guide individuals through the three key strategies of financial planning. First, we focus on the strong foundation. This includes understanding income and expenditure, budgeting, and a proper medical and term insurance, and building an emergency fund, and the knowledge, the basics of savings and return on investment. These are essential before any financial journey can begin. Next, we help clients to set and achieve a short-term goals. This includes could be a practical or immediate like child education, buying a car, upgrading a home or lifestyle, or taking a vacation. We also encourage goals like reskilling through higher education, even starting a side business. And finally, we help them to work towards long-term goals. Like this includes early retirement, building a passive income, achieving financial independence, starting a business, or even setting up a family trust and legacy. We also cover aspirational goals like luxury travel and philanthropy. Our training ensures individuals are not just saving and investing blindly, but working towards a clear, meaningful life goals with the step-by-step financial roadmap. In short, it is not just about money, it is about the purpose-driven financial planning. So let's move on. So here we have seen like in any financial plan, you have to understand the power of compounding. So this slide says like how much time it will take to your money to double or 5 times or 10 times or 20 times or 50 times or 100 times. And if I fix my annual growth rate, then how many years it will take? So this force, this slide is all about the power of compounding, the force that can turn small investment into a huge wealth over time. Look at the 24% row. 1 crore becomes 2 crore in 3 years, 5 crore in 7 years, 10 crore in 10 years, and staggering 100 crore in 20 years. Now compare with the 6% returns normally fixed deposit gives. It takes 12 years just to double, and unbelievable 78 years to reach 100x. The lesson is simple. Start early, aim for higher returns, and stay invested. With compounding time and rate of return, uh, you will get the best benefit in this. So many people don't aware of this slides like the numbers. How many years I will take to achieve something. So this power of compounding is comes from a rule of 72, and you can utilize this number of years you take. So you fix your risk according to it. So coming to this uh, investment options without any risk, this slides highlights different investment options uh, that are low or zero risk along with their expected returns over a 20-year period. Let's start from the top. Fixed deposits, government bonds, PPF all have zero risk and offer returns between 6.5 to 8% CAGR. With this initial capital of 1 crore, these options can grow your wealth to around 3.6 to 4.9 CR over 20 years. And the probability is 100%. So meaning is extremely highly reliable products. So similarly, coming to apartments, while offer this also offers close to 8% CAGR, carry a minor risk of around 5% due to market fluctuations or liquidity issues. Then coming to the other investment opportunities are gold and land, offer higher returns and like 10 or 11% respectively. Over 20 years, gold can grow to 7 to 7.2 crores and land close to 8.8 crores. However, they come with a slightly negative returns also, like gold around minus 10% and land around minus 5%. Mostly related to price volatility, legal factors, and liquidity. So, what is important to note is that every option shown here is has 100% probability of generating wealth as long as you are patient and hold for the full 20 years. So when we are planning for long-term financial growth, it is about balancing safety with growth potential based on your risk appetite, like how much risk you can take. So as I showed, like you if you target to achieve everything a little bit faster, then we have to target for a little bit higher risk products. So now coming to the let's explore a little bit high risk investment options. I can say the medium risk to understand their long-term potentials. Starting with mutual funds, we can categorize them by market capitalizations, right? So large cap fund offers a CAGR of 14%, with downside risk of minus 40%. But if you invest 1 crore today, in 20 years, it could grow to 15.7 crore. And the probability is very high, 75% high probability if you see the historical performance. It's not guaranteed for the future, but it will might happen as India is growing. Similarly, if you invest in mid-cap funds, have slightly more aggressive growth, like 16% CAGR, and drawdown is close to minus 50%. And this improves the 20 years return to 27.9 crores with the same probability of 78%. So then coming to the small cap funds, even riskier with 20% CAGR, you will have a 60% drawdown is possible. However, the reward is also significantly higher. So around 49.6 crore in 20 years. And probability is also very high, 7%, like if you stay more than 10 years or 20 years. Then we have a Nifty 50 index fund, relatively stable equity options and with a 12% CAGR, similar 40% risk, but what probability is very high, 80%, and because it is very stable and very big large cap funds are companies are there. So resulting into 10.6 crore in 20 years. And let's say you have money, like people invest in their own business. So lastly, the own business option stand out because it promises some close to 30% CAGR. Like who are successful, they have seen that the 30-40% they can grow. But the probability is that 80% probability is lost because every 100 business starts, 20 only 80% fails. So the probability of achieving this is close to 5% to 20%. But if you are successful, this can grow up to 300 crore, like same 1 crore. And if you spend 20 years on that business. Then coming to this new strategies, like our strategies we'll discuss later on, and which it is giving a very little bit from like higher return, very high return, but our risk is very less, and our probability is 70%. So the key takeaway from this slide is that higher returns potential often comes with higher risk. So it is very crucial balance between your investment based on your risk appetite, your financial goals, and your time horizon.